When you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players.
He is a liar, and he went on national television today, and he lied again. Him, his inner circle, his family members, and everybody else included. When are y'all going to ask him or hold him accountable for the truth?
We see it more often than ever, arguing and bickering in the sports media world that can lead many people to believe that this world is more divided than ever before. I decided to sit down and speak with a few people to get their thoughts on this issue. First, Ball State Athletic Director Jeff Mitchell to get his thoughts on the NIL and what people think about it.
The challenge now is, for a lot of our teams, those rosters are turning over year over year. And so they don't know who's on the team. So they come out to the first game of the year and they're curious about, well, who's on the team this year? I think some people are becoming more and more concerned about that. However, I've had a lot of conversations recently about long-standing season ticket holders here that are asking more and more probative questions about NIL and the transfer portal. They don't like it, but they're now beginning to ask more questions about name, image, and likeness. Some of these benefits that are coming now to our student athletes, and that's, to me, is a good sign that they're at least open to learning more about the new way of doing things.
With that information in hand, I spoke to Leela Fettig, a member of the Ball State University diving team.
I personally haven't had any poor experiences with the media. Everyone I've interacted with has been pleasant. I think that there are always going to be people who are disrespectful and unkind to athletes, but you're going to see that in any capacity in any part of life. Obviously, women's sports get covered less than men's sports, and non-revenue sports get covered less than revenue sports, but there's always going to be that imbalance, and it's not necessarily the fault of the modern day media, but it's kind of built up over time. And so yeah, there's still an issue, but it's getting better. Yeah, I think that athletes, the way that we get covered is by respecting the media, and that helps bring in more revenue for our programs and more people to watch, and that's ultimately what our goal is with working with the media. And I think the media has to do the same to athletes in order to cover and have things to cover. Both sides need each other in order to thrive. So I think that there is a lot of respect there from both parties.
It was important to also speak to a former broadcaster, so I sat down with Matt Foxworthy, a former Cincinnati broadcaster, to get his thoughts on the sports media world.
I've seen some contentious moments between athletes and reporters, but it's usually when a reporter messes up. It was a competition. It was our competition in the market. They did a story on Ken Griffey Jr., and they showed where he lived. So in the story, they showed his home, right? Ken Griffey Jr. was very, very upset at that because he says every crazy person out there knows when Ken Griffey Jr. is out of town because they know the schedule of the team. So he was very upset. Sadly, the station that did it was Channel 9. We were Channel 19, and I can remember him stopping an interview one time and studying our mic flag to make sure we weren't Channel 9. And once he realized we weren't Channel 9, he continued the interview. I would say it's way better because the press conference scenario that they're doing now, you're going to get a chance to talk to all of the athletes. One of the challenges I remember, if an athlete, say it was a loss, and you're waiting there for 10 minutes for an athlete to get ready to talk to you, and then they say, nope, I don't want to talk, and they leave, you don't have any interviews because other players have left in that 10 minutes. So by the NFL requiring them to talk in a press conference situation, you're going to definitely be able to get the quarterback. You're going to get the key players of the game, win or lose.
You better send those refunds.
Blake Marth, BSU News.
We'll see you there. Good luck.
Appreciate it.